Getting good video quality out of the original Xbox can be pretty expensive. They had component video cables back in the day, but trying to get those now, they're not as expensive as GameCube component cables, but they're pretty pricey. Even what I have playing behind me right here with the Monster component video cables looks pretty good, but this is going through a $300+ RetroTink 5X. Well, what if you just wanted to go ahead and get a good component or HDMI output out of your original Xbox? That's where the Bahar Bros come in with their new device here. This is called the Xedusa, and what it does is it plugs in to the back of your original Xbox. It gives you component and HDMI output. We're going to go ahead, take a look at this, and see how it looks. Let's get started. So taking a look at the Xedusa here on the bench. Now, one thing in the past that I've actually screwed up is I've called this yellow port composite video output. It's actually not. This is analog audio output. So you have your component video output, stereo left-right audio, analog audio output. You also have a Toslink connector here for digital audio output and your HDMI connector, and that's pretty much it. Then you do have a very beefy and chunky aluminum connector here to go into your original Xbox. Now, the one thing that, and one of the reasons why I bought this, was talking to Adam Korlick after he did his video, was looking at the position of the connector here in relation to the bottom part of the case and the bottom part of the Xbox here. There's a gap between here and the bottom. So I'm going to actually work on designing a 3D printed case for this that not only provides support for this connector, but also will pretty much replace this bottom shell component here. And this is just cut plexiglass, very similar to like what the original RetroTink 2X had. And I mean, for this type of device, it looks great and everything. But yeah, looking at it here, there's nothing to support this connector down below. To connect it to your original Xbox, pretty simple, and this is our Halo Edition original Xbox. It just gets plugged in, just like, I'm gonna have to set it down, just like that. It is a tight-ish connector. Now, it does not snap into place, and if you see here, it actually is not flush with the ground either with the screws, so I'm getting some deflection here. That's something that I'm hoping in my 3D printing case that I end up designing will be addressed with this. But this is pretty much it. The nice thing about this is it is plug and play. There's no settings or messing around or conversions or anything. What the system will output, this cleans it up and gives you an HDMI output out of this end or composite video if you do want to send it into like a RetroTink 5X. In theory, you will get better visuals more than not connecting this to a RetroTink 5X, but this will give you a more simple connection straight out to HDMI, which let's do some testing and see how this looks. All right, so we are all set up and ready to rock and roll. A few things here just as a heads up that we've had a few issues that we've run into. It is not the fault of the Xedusa. First of all, completely not an issue. If you take a look at the display, everything looks really, really sharp. I am digging how everything is looking. I'm digging how everything is looking too. We are using our Rockware RC20 webcam to go ahead and get everything rolling. Now, to use this properly, you want to go down into your settings. Now, first and foremost, even before I get to this, I have multiple capture cards, and not all of them would capture what we have going on here. I will say my 4K capture card would not recognize the resolution coming out to record it. It would pass it through, but would not record it. Same with my AverMedia capture card. This is my Hauppauge PVR60 Pro, so if the black levels look a little bit soft, that's why. This does have a little bit softer black level. Now, what you want to do too, if you are not seeing anything here, put your desktop, the navigation, the menu system for the Xbox, man, words are tough, into 480p mode. To do that, hold down both triggers, push in both sticks. You'll see this flash here in a second. And I get a blue screen here on screen. Let's see if it comes back. So that is 480i. Now we'll go back here again to 480p. You'll see those come on back behind before it comes up there. So we'll also want to go into settings, scroll down to video, and enable widescreen mode, 480p yes, 720p yes, 1080i. There's only a handful of games that utilize 1080i. It's up to you if you want to use it.
This can pass through 1080i. Most people think that 720p actually looks better here. Now we are going to dive into our first game, and that is going to be the very first Halo. Now, the Xedusa does not do any upscaling or anything like that, so this is coming straight out of the Xbox into our capture card, and I will say what I am seeing on the capture side of things actually looking a little bit sharper than what I'm seeing on my monitor here. So we're going to dive into campaign for a moment. So I'll say everything is looking pretty good here. Very, very smooth, I would say, as far as the overall display and resolution here. Now, I will also admit that I am not the most prolific Halo player either, so there is that. Now, everything that we're looking at here, too, the one thing to keep in mind as well is what you are seeing through YouTube or Rumble or wherever you're watching this at. You're not, and Adam, again, make sure you go out and check out Adam Korlick's video on this as well, but you are getting, you know, my capture will compress this video down, YouTube will compress this video down, and my render will capture, or will kind of crush the video as well. So what I am seeing here and what you are seeing on watching this, two different things totally, but even still, pretty darn good looking. You know, look at the detail on the grass. That actually looks really, really good, I think. See what we can do with the Granada. Got a couple of them, I think. Up next, we're going racing. We're going to fire up some IndyCar racing for the original Xbox. Kind of sad to hear that the IndyCar game for the current gen systems may be dead, unfortunately. All right, so here we are getting ready for the greatest spectacle in racing. We are inside row number 3. And unlike other racing games, you gotta stay. You can't just hammer it once you've got control. You actually have to do the pace lap speed. And they left me in the dust. Dang it! All right. Well, with the full fuel load, should handle a little bit differently. We've got the weight injector already 2 positions to the back to help us get a little bit more steering out of the front end. Overall, though, I think this looks really good. I mean, it's. But yeah, I think for what I'm looking for what I need, this is definitely going to take care of me very, very well. Downshift going into 1. Oh, good line. Good roll speed coming through there. Looking to the outside. Made the move. Now to the inside. No noticeable lag or latency or anything along those lines. That's a good thing. Ooh, we've got car on the inside. We got him. Oh, we got to run, and we're going to get the lead going into 3. We might get the lead going into turn 3. Lift just to set the front end. There we go. Nice. All right, so real quick, I'm just going to show you one thing that I did find out is if you go under settings and you go to audio, and I had my audio mode set to Dolby Surround, and then I had Dolby Digital was enabled, and then I also had DTS enabled. I disabled all of that, and now I'm getting some audio come through. It's not the best quality. I'm getting some popping and whatnot, but it was better. At least it was something, but it is something that I'm going to play around with to see if I can't get some better results with the audio before, too long here to try to, like I said, get a better overall fit and feel and quality out of this. So I'm getting some clipping or some fading or something like that. So not sure that it's doing everything that it should be doing, but we have some audio at least coming through. Now I do have this set to 1080i mode right now too. So yeah, so the audio is not coming through great. So I'm just going to turn it down here, just so that it's not a distraction. But that is something, at least now that I know that I can work on. Now, even for 1080i, I think this is looking pretty good. Now, looking at my capture card versus what I'm seeing gameplay-wise, the capture is looking a little bit on the dark side versus what I have here. But that's something easily enough that I can go ahead and update without too much of an issue. Yeah, so overall, I'm very happy with this. So what are my thoughts as we, kind of wrap things up a little bit here. For the money, first and foremost, you're looking at, under 75 bucks. Hard to say, if prices will end up going up or not. But right now, this is under 70 bucks. Looking at what this does versus what, like, having to go ahead and purchase a set of the official component video cables and whatnot. This does everything that those do right out of the box, and then more. I mean, you figure that this does, component video. It does HDMI output. It gets you your digital video output or digital audio output and analog audio output. So I mean, that's all great things that this does right out of the box. The quality of the video is really, really good too. It's very, very clean. No lag, no delay, no latency that I am finding here, which is awesome. I mean, you never want to have anything that's going to make your playing experience worse, right? And this definitely does not do that. I mean, this provides a really good performance for you right out of the box. You don't need any, anything else to make it look better unless you really, really wanted to. Like, you could hook it up to a, like an M cable or an M Classic if you wanted to, and it'll give you even better results still. I don't know why, and it could just be an Xbox thing, why I'm having the issues capturing the audio. But it's passing the audio through just fine. What I'm hearing on my TV behind me and my monitor here, just fine. No issues whatsoever. So it's just something on the recording that's being weird. But overall, I am really happy. And again, this is one of those things, under $75 for what you pay to get something like this. And you get exceptional results. I mean, that's the best thing, is just the results are terrific and you don't need anything else. Now, I would love to see them do something to improve their shipping time. Like, I ordered mine in August of 2022 and it got here at the beginning of November 2022. So that was a bit disappointing. But other than that, I mean, overall, I mean, is this something that I would recommend? Definitely. If you are a fan of the original Xbox, it will definitely give you a new life, unlike what I just ran into here, which I could use another life.
For the money, what do I think of the Xedusa? It's pretty stinking brilliant. I mean, it works really, really well. It's plug and play. It gives you all the connections you would need, and it's not that expensive. You'll pay less for this than a set of component video cables, I'll tell you that much. Shipping does take a while. These are handmade, as you can tell by the casing and everything, but good responsiveness, good color, overall amazing performance. If you are a fan of the original Xbox and looking to get good quality visuals out of it, this is a good way to go. Side benefit for me, since I am not going to be running my original Xbox through my RetroTink 5X anymore, I'll actually be able to hook up my GameCube via component cables into that, so win-win for me. I will have a link down below where you can pick one of these up if you would like to do so. Also, huge thanks to our friend Adam Korlick, who was the first person I saw discuss this. Generally, I don't like talking about something after I've seen someone else talk about it. Check out his video. I'll have it linked down below in the more info section. He did a great job talking about it. Thank you, Adam, for bringing this to our attention. So if you are looking for other videos like how we have it set up through our RetroTink 5X and more, I'll have those videos coming up for you right now. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you want to help support Rocksolid Productions and be a part of our community, there's a number of different ways you can do so. First and foremost, join us over on our Patreon page or become a channel member here on YouTube. By joining through either one of those methods, you get early access to just about all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. We also give you shout outs at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also pick up some awesome Rock Solid Productions swag. We've got t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more available through our Teespring store on screen right now too. You can also pick up some of our awesome 3D printed cartridge stands, amiibo holders, Nintendo DS holders, and more by visiting our 3D printer store on screen right now as well. Links for everything will be down below in a pinned comment. If you want to stay up to date with everything we have going on here at Rock Solid Productions, make sure that you're following us on the different social media networks. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions, Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK, and Twitter at RockSolidStudios. If you're looking to pick this and other retro and modern gaming accessories up, make sure that you head on over to CastlemaniaGames.com. He has a feature over there called Castle Cash, where the more you spend, the more you earn towards future purchases, and Castle Cash is just like cash. He also offers convenient payment plans for more expensive items over $50. Finally, make sure that you use promo code ROCKSOLID10 when you're shopping at CastlemaniaGames.com, as it can save you up to 10% on most items on the website. Again, thank you for watching this episode, and I cannot wait to see you again soon.